welcome students. So I had started with the lecture series of database management system, and for that purpose, I had selected the topic that is a structured query language because it is based on the mode coding part. So and yes, it will be helpful in your examinations for the placement purpose. We'll start from the scratch. So we used to say that SQL, structured query language. Now, what all things will be covered in the structured query language? It will be related to the DDL, that is the data definition language. So DDL, in this, you will study various statements, that is create, then alter, and drop. So you are going to study this thing, create, alter, drop in under DDL. And next category of statements are DML. DML, that is data manipulation language. So in this, you're going to study statement like insert, then update, then delete, insert, update, delete. Again, you'll study a select statement, which is a very powerful statement. Then third category where we required statements, DCL, that is data control language. So here majorly two things will be there in the data control language. First will be grant command, and another will be evoke. Those two commands will be there. Next category of statements will be, so this is the next fourth category, that is TCL. TCL, transaction control language, that is transaction control language. So it covers commit, then roll back, then save point, step transaction. Step transaction. So those major things which we are going to cover. Even there might be question like what in by DDL statement or data definition language. So create, alter, drop. It is all about your data definition language. Now, why data definition language is used? So data definition language, we use data definition language to create the structure of the database. So basically it involves the table name, table column, then the various attribute of the table, the constraints on the table. So it regarding to the structure of the schema of the table. And next is what in by this data manipulation language. So here it deals with the record. So previous one deals with the structure of the table. Next one deals with the structure of the record. It deals with the records. So record means the record present inside the database. So inside that particular table, we'll see in detail. So you need to remember those four things: insert, update, delete, and select. Data control language, it's grant and revoke. So we'll study this in the part of database security. Data transaction language or data it's a transaction control language. It consists of commit, rollback, save point, set transaction. So those are the you can say the overview of the structured query language. Now I'll start with the coding part or say database. We'll have one case study or the example of a particular database. So consider a database of a company, and we'll create a table, then we'll apply those create, alter, drop those things on the table. We'll see those insert, update, delete, and select statement, how it works on those table. So I'll just switch to another. We'll start with the SQL Server. So here I'm having SQL Server 2014 Management Studio. You can install it. You can install this. Yeah. So I'll add the SQL Server. Yeah. So you see server type, database engine, server name. This is the name of the machine. So this is the name of my laptop. Instead of this, you can give dot also. Windows authentication will be there. If you install, if you didn't give any username, password while installation, it will automatically get into the Windows authentication. There are two modes of authentication: Windows authentication and server authentication. So right now we are in Windows authentication. We need to connect. Yeah. Now you can see this screen. This is the Microsoft SQL Server Management. Get into the query, new query. So click on this. So new query, you'll see here it is a master. It is written in the master. Master means right now we are in a master database. Now what in by master database? Who created it? So when you while installation is SQL Server, the SQL Server that Microsoft provides some sample databases. So it is a system database. We can say this is a system database. So master, model, MS DB, temp DB, those are the system database. If you want to create your own database, you can create your own database. So create the database. First of all, I'll just increase the font so it will be helpful for you people. Now, very first command, create database. Now I'm creating a new database. You can see a master, system database, and database snapshots, INS, those reports. So you can see the user will get one more database in this when I once I click created this database. So create company. So I'll create a database with name company. Created a database. Now you can see this command completed successfully. So I had created this database. You can this can be reflected. You'll see this here. See here company database. It occurs over here. If I want to use company database. If I want to create a table in a company database, so I need to go to this particular database. Yeah. Now, right now, I am in the company database. Here from this, you can change. Otherwise, the next option is you can write down this use company. Then also you will get the same output or same thing. So right now we are in a company database. So you can see, I'll just expand this company database. You'll see database diagram. You'll see this tables, over tables, system tables, and now right now there's no table in this. We'll create one table with name, department. For that, command is create well department. Now we'll have the attributes of column. So here create table department. We'll have department ID. So I'll write DID as a department ID. So DID int primary key. One more thing I want to tell you that this is not case sensitive. So you can write in any case, uppercase or lowercase. So it is not case sensitive. Next one is dname. We'll have varchar 20. Then now int varchar, those are the data type. This is a constraint. Primary key is a constraint. Then say DLOC, data location. DLOC will have again varchar 20. That's it. Select this, execute this. Okay. Now again you'll see command completed successfully. Now you can insert data, can insert records in this. So for that purpose, which command I'll use? I'll use DML statement, because right now I want to insert records in this table which I have created right now. Okay, before that, I'll just show you how to check the existence of the table or what you had created, what is the structure. So for that purpose, you need to write down sp underscore health. That is the stored procedure sp underscore health and name of this table. Select it, execute it, you'll see the output. Now in this output, you can observe that name of the table is department, column name, DID, type of the column is int, then another column name, D name, varchar. You can also see the length. Now here length 4 is there, int 4, because by default int will take 4 digits. That's why the 4 or it's a length 4. Now D name, then DLOC. That is a D location. Again, we had given the constraint primary key. So you can see this pk underscore dp depart me and some number. So a primary key is created, for that index is created. So this is all about your which table? Department table. Now we'll have entry in the department table. So consider that you want to enter certain data in the department table. So we'll use DML statement, that is insert. So how to use DML statement? Insert is a keyword, insert into name of the table. In our case, name of the table is department. So insert into department. Then you can open the bracket and you can pass the name of the columns. Then next is L2. Sorry. Insert into department, open bracket, then columns, then values. Value. Now, as this is the end, so you can give 100. Name, say Rahul, and department, say IT. That's it. So you can see one row effect. Again, I want to insert another data, so I just copy paste and I will just change this thing. So 101 name, say Amit, department HR. Now select this particular statement, execute it. You'll get. Now again, with the help of another DML statement, I can check what is there in my table. So select star from name of the department, name of the table. So in our case, it's department. It will give me all columns. All columns means as we had written select star, star means all column. I want to fetch or display a particular column. In that case, I'll write down select column name, say D name, comma DLOC from department. Yeah. So you can see only D name and DLOC. So for this lecture, I had completed the basic concept of SQL, structured query language, what all statement covers in the structured query language. Then after that, I started with the practical implementation of those statement what we I had just shown you in the previous slide. So thank you so much for attending my lecture.